Alright, everybody. We're just going back to back on these episodes. Welcome to, finally, episode 250 of Psykos Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. 250 episodes, guys. What can I say? I know, it took forever to get to this. I've had this show since 2012, August of 2012. And, I don't know. I've loved doing these for you guys. We'll talk at the end. We'll talk at the end of what I'm feeling right now about all of this. I do want to say, though, that I thank everybody that has watched and subscribed to the channels, to this channel, for the regular Psycho Platters, for some of the mystery clips, the live mystery clips that I started doing. There is older concert clips, if you guys haven't dug back farther into my channel. I've got some going back to 2012, actually. People like Primus, Pat Benatar, the Monkees, just a bunch of different ones, Candlebox, different shows that I was at, on and off. I love doing that. I know I'm 51 years old now, and unfortunately I'm starting to have shaky hands when it comes to holding a camera for a very long period of time. That's why I only do like 1 or 2 songs and that's it. But I like posting them for you guys, just so you guys, have an idea. I know there's better videos out there of some of the stuff that I do. It's just, I do it, not only for a memento for me, but just for you guys too. I am not one of these people that films every damn song in a concert anymore. Guilty as charged for the Brady Theater Tulsa appearance of the Monkees. I did a lot of that one, but like I said, the newer mystery clips, like the Creed Bratton and the Ringo and Elle King, and the newest one being Mickey Thomas's Starship, which we're going to go into that in a minute, because I got a very cool story. This is going to be a miscellaneous 250 episode, okay? I hope that's alright with you. Oh, you know what? Let me show you what I got as a birthday present, because September 27th was my birthday. Anybody that cares to donate records or money or something like that, Psykos Platters on Facebook, get a hold of me. Or, once again, I know you people are laughing, I know you are, Psycho_DJ, all lowercase, at yahoo.com. Be glad to, to be able to do that. I still feel bad. I haven't forgotten some of the people that have given to me. It's just shit has happened and I haven't been able to get back to getting things proper. So, okay, my birthday was September 27th. So right off the bat, it was really funny. They're like, happy birthday, Paul. Here's a spare copy of Frank Zappa's Studio Tan from 1978, which, you know what, I'll tell you something. I did not have this Frank album, so I thought it's pretty cool. It's on Discreet Records. The short little version story of this is, this all goes back to the 1976 original 4LP set Lather, which, you know what, there's just too much to tell about this. But between Zappa, his manager Herb Cohen, Warner Brothers, it was all one big pain in the ass is what it was. So instead of Lather coming out as a 4LP set, it ended up being broken up. This is one of those albums. Here's the front, here's the back. Interesting album, I'll tell you. Gregory Peccary, which takes the whole side one of this, smacks of something you'd hear in a cartoon, like a soundtrack of a cartoon. And I'm going, ha! It'd almost be funny to put that in a cartoon form, and just, somebody out there would do Gregory Peccary. It's 20 minutes long. I actually like it. It's kind of out there. Zappa's always was out there to begin with. So Studio Tan, some of the other featured players on here, other than Frank, of course, George Duke's on here, and Don Farner Don Brewer. I'm tired. Don Brewer from Grand Funk makes an appearance on one track on bongos. Go figure. So very nice to have that Frank album in the collection. So then after that, so my birthday, I really wasn't planning on really almost doing jack squat, except maybe going to Denny's for my free breakfast. Yeah, they do Denny's on, if you bring your ID. And I don't know, just twiddling my thumbs, I guess, or going to a couple resale shops, and that was going to be the end of it. Well, a few days before, I discovered that there's a free concert over at Cherokee Casino in West Siloam Springs, Oklahoma. It's on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. And they host these concerts in the middle of the casino. There's a nightclub called Seven. And I've actually seen some half-decent bands there for nothing. It's free shows. The first one I remember seeing was Presidents of the United States of America. Got their signed CD back then, a few years back. I saw Foghat there. They put on an excellent damn show. That was when Craig McGregor was still alive, rest in peace, in the lineup. And then I even picked up a couple old Foghat CDs that they had, a back catalog, and then Kentucky Headhunters. What a strange show that was. So this was the first show that I was at for several years, to discover that, like I said, Starship featuring Mickey Thomas, and I'm going, all right. I'm like, why not? So we both went. It was an early show. They usually have 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. shows. And it was an 8 p.m. show for once. And I'm like, okay, fine. I said, this is awesome. So in the past at this venue, I normally did not bring vinyl or CDs or anything like that because I wasn't sure how to be able to play it. There were merch tables in the past, but when I would talk to the different bands as merch tables, they would all say stuff like, no, they're not coming out, and really, there wasn't really a lot of room to do such a thing, which I think is kind of sad. But I said to myself, I'm going to bring vinyl anyway, just out of curiosity, to see if I can get somewhere with this. So the concert was about an hour and 15 minutes long. They played everything that I could imagine. Mickey, of course, was the singer from 1979 all the way to 91. And then took a little break, came back from 93, 94 on, and has been doing it since. He's the only member of that version. Paul Kantner had the Jefferson Starship name, so he's doing, he up until his death in 16, he was doing that version. And there almost was another version of a Starship-like band that was going to be formed with Craig Chiquico, Pete Sears, and Marty Ballin. But Marty Ballin passed, of course, on the 28th of September. And I think he also was plagued with health issues anyway. So, I mean, there would have been 3 different versions of the band, out there. So Mickey, he was the only member of, that was there from the records. They ended up hiring a Grace Slick look-alike. And the only other musicians of note, John Roth played guitar. John Roth has been with Mickey Thomas's Starship since 2012. But he started out in Black Oak, Arkansas, I think it was like 86 to 89, followed by, he was with Winger in the 90s. And I thought that was pretty damn cool. John Roth did excellent and on all the tunes. And then Daryl, I cannot remember his last name, it's a strange last name, played drums, and he was, the only credit he had other than the Starship album that came out in 13, was he was the drummer for the KBC band, Kantner, Ballin, Cassidy, on Arista in 86. So other than that, everybody else I never heard of. So they go through the 75-minute show, and everything you can imagine. They even played, of course, Fooled Around and Fell in Love, which was his hit with Elvin Bishop, and Chain was my favorite song in that period. But so they go through all of this, and they even did a Jefferson Airplane medley, which I'm like, yeah. I was a little bit nervous on that. And then they go off the stage and come back for one song, and I'm like, there's one song left that they didn't play. Find Your Way Back. And I'm like, I love that song. I've always loved that song. since I heard it on MTV when I was brand new at 15 years old. And I was just like, damn. So they did a really great version of that. So afterwards, you know, we're, you know, hitting the loo, and then ended up, we went to the car, and I told my friend, I'm like, you know what? I said, I have a sneaky feeling about this. And like I said, I brought these albums. And I'm like, okay, let's go down this parking lot, because the backstage area would have come out into this lot. It's a very small lot. There's a big lot and a small lot, and the small lot goes to the stage. I'm not kidding you. I think from the minute that the concert was over to the point of us getting to the parking lot and driving was less than 10 minutes. And so my friend, as we're pulling to that lot, says, hey, isn't that Mickey Thomas? And I'm going, and this is what I did. I go, see ya, and I popped the door open, grabbed the albums, and not too crazy, went up to him. I'm like, Mr. Thomas, can I have your autograph? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I got a quick picture with them too, courtesy of the bass player. But they were in such a hurry because they were leaving Tulsa to fly back to Oxnard, California, I think it was, to do a show and all that. So I was the only one that got to him, and I was the only one with vinyl. So I've got signed Jefferson Starship Modern Times with Mickey's autograph. I've got Winds of Change with his autograph. And then these last two I've showed you previously, but Donnie Baldwin, the drummer for Starship, who I met when he was touring with Eddie Money, signed these. But now I was able to get Knee Deep in the Hoopla signed by both of them, Total now, and then No Protection, which has Donnie Baldwin and Mickey Thomas. So I'm telling you, he was a really nice guy. He really was. I've heard some of they did put a CD out, like I said, in 2013 called Endless Fascination, or Loveless Fascination, excuse me. I'm tired. And it's an okay CD. I've heard a couple cuts off of it. The single was pretty good, I'll tell you that. But of course, nothing like the Jefferson Starship days. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. So then some other miscellaneous that I ended up getting, I'll show you really quick. Went to an antique mall and found a Sun Records box set. This was Direct Source 2004, but every track, this is a 4 CD set, every track was leased by Sun. These are original. No Elvis, I didn't expect that. This is pretty much all your mid-50s to early 60s Sun artists. Of course, Johnny, Carl, Jerry Lee are all on there, but so's Ray Smith, Malcolm Yelvington, and others. Okay, so Sonny Burgess, Sleepy LaBeef. You know, I finally have this. Totally awesome. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. This one was awesome. This has been on my want list for quite a while, but everybody pretty much has had it ridiculously priced. I ended up going to a rummage sale and got the 2002, pardon the glare, Kiss box set. Yes, all 5 CDs are in here. The book is here. Even the 2002 order form is here. It looks like, you know, I know 3 of the CDs look mildly scuffed, but I can fix those. And the last 2 didn't even look like they were played. The book looks like it was barely touched. The only thing that's not here, of course, there was a description of all the tunes for all 5 CDs, but the book shows that, and so does the inner too for the CD sleeves. $20. I couldn't believe I got it for such a deal. Also, let's see. While I was over at one of the antique malls in Southwest Missouri, I ended up getting an interesting free magazine called Connection. Elvis, of course, being on the cover here. A very interesting story, actually, in regards to one of the Elvis fan club members, president, and the family. Let me see if I can show you a picture really quick. It was actually a very cool story, honestly, on all of this. Where is that? I'm sorry, guys. But you know how much of an Elvis fan I am. And even though I've lived here in Northwest Arkansas for 11 years, I still thought it was really cool to find out that in January of '77, Elvis briefly visited Harrison, Arkansas, and stayed at one of the motels there due to Ginger Alden's relative had a funeral. And so Elvis showed up out of respect, you know, and tried to keep the event very low-key. And I'm actually told, you know, a lot of people did not really torture him. Here's an interesting picture. This is one of the pictures that was actually taken from the camera. The point of view here at that time, she was like 6 or 7 years old, the daughter. And I just thought that was kind of interesting, too. Also, I got a couple books for $1 or $2 a piece. The first one I'm reading right now, I'm not going to show you it, but it's called Big Man, the story of Clarence Clemons. I'm not a real big Bruce Springsteen fan, as some of you people know, but I like Clarence's sax work, damn it. I'll call it out as I see it. There's some talented musicians in that band, without a doubt, but I've always liked Clarence's sax work, you know, and I liked, oh God, what's his name? The drummer. I love the drummer and the way he does things. So, totally awesome. So I got that book, and then I got Buckham. The story, the autobiography of Buck Owens. Yeah, that's right, picking and a grinning, that's what he is. Let me see if I can show you a picture. Here's a couple. Here's the whole page right there. This one here came out, I think, almost pretty recent. 2013, so not too shabby. I can't wait to listen to this, or listen to it, read it. So yeah, pretty much that's it for all the miscellaneous stuff. Next episode, okay, that's what I want to talk about for a minute, okay? I like doing these shows, but I know that in the next upcoming months I'm going to have some minor surgeries. I'm going to have one minor surgery and a minor procedure. I'm not really too worried about those two. It's the stomach thing that I don't know about, guys. It's been killing me. My stomach's been, well, it feels like I'm getting killed. It's gotten worse. So I'm hoping to get an endoscopy sometime after the holidays. I don't have a definite on that yet. I'm kind of nervous. I'm a little scared, sort of, too. I'm sorry that you guys got to hear that. But what I'm getting at is I know sometimes it's difficult for me to make these shows. I would have made a lot more than 250 episodes, but like I said, half the time illness or life has gotten in the way. I really do love you guys out there. I really do. But sometimes I feel I'm spinning my wheels here. As of earlier, I got 587 subs. That's pretty much the same sub level I've had for close to 3 months now, if not more. And I'll admit, I can't get on as much as I'd like to be able to visit everybody else's channels, because I do like everybody else's channels. It's just I don't know. I love doing these things, but sometimes it gets tiring. I just don't know. You know, I don't know. Do you guys still enjoy these? Should I do something else? Do you guys have any suggestions? Some honest suggestions. I can take positive and negative criticism. I'd rather have positive criticism, but I really like doing these for you guys, and I'd like to do another 250 more, obviously. I just don't know if my heart's going to be in it anymore to make it that far. The upcoming ones that I do have in my brain, I'll probably have two record reviews. One will be the new Monkees album, the Monkees Christmas album. The other one will be the new Ace Frehley Spaceman. That's probably coming up in the next week or two. I did, other than getting some 45s, I found a small batch of late 60s psych albums. $3 a piece. That's where I found them. And that's another episode I wanna do too, along with maybe some other things. I still want to do another episode or two with Doug Fields. I don't know. Tell me what you'd want in the comments, please, because I don't really know what to do anymore. I don't want to give up on this channel. I really don't. And I'm not saying this for sympathy, and I'm not saying it for effect. It's my honest feelings right now, okay? They could change tomorrow, I don't know. But for the last few weeks, this is how I felt. So, alright guys, I'll shut up. Like and sub, and like I said, just in the comments, tell me what you'd like. Maybe give me suggestions for future episodes, or what you maybe would like that would be better. And I know some of you people are going to say the lighting, when I can afford another light, because this is my light source right now. This is the quietest room in the house that I can air, is my record room. The lighting situation isn't going to change any moment. Maybe soon, but not now. So maybe after the holidays. So, alright, I'll shut up. I'm sorry, I'm long-winded. Take care. God bless. Rock on. See you guys.